We're living in a time where disruption is no longer an exception, it is the environment. Technology is changing faster than ever. Markets are shifting, industries are being reimagined, and in these times, the biggest questions leaders ask is, how do we keep ourselves and our organizations confident, focused, and unstoppable? Over the last 25 years, working with leaders across multiple countries and industries, I've noticed one powerful pattern. Organizations do not become unstoppable because of strategy alone. They become unstoppable because of mindset architecture. Yes, mindset architecture. The way leaders think determines how organizations respond. When uncertainty increases, the brain naturally moves into the threat mode. It's the neuroscience that tells us that when we feel uncertainty or when there is a loss of control, the amygdala, the brain's threat detector, becomes more active. And when that happens, people become cautious, defensive, and short-term focused. In other words, disruption does not just challenge strategy, it challenges human psychology. But here is the powerful part. Research from Stanford on the concept of growth mindset shows that the brain has remarkable neuroplasticity. What that means is the ability to rewire itself when we approach challenges as opportunities to learn from rather than threats to avoid. This is where leadership becomes transformational. Because the minds of leaders literally shape the emotional climate of every organization. So, what does an unstoppable mindset look like for leaders in times of disruption? I believe that there are three shifts that matters most. The first shift is from fear to curiosity. Disruption will create uncertainty, but leaders who ask, what can we learn from this, instead of what could go wrong, activate a very different energy in their team. Curiosity unlocks innovation. The second shift is from control to clarity. In a rapidly changing world, leaders cannot control everything. It's not possible. But they can provide clarity of direction. When teams understand the purpose and the priorities and the next few steps, confidence has to return. It does return. Clarity reduces anxiety. And the third shift is from pressure to possibilities. I love this one particularly. Too many organizations respond to disruption with urgency and pressure. But the most resilient organizations respond with possibility thinking. They ask, if the rules are changing anyway, what new future can we create? This is the essence of unstoppable mindset. It is not about pretending that disruption does not exist. Of course it does. We all know. And therefore, it is about training the mind to see opportunity where others see uncertainty. Over the next 3 to 6 months, organizations that thrive will not necessarily be the ones with the best resources. They will be the ones with the strongest leadership mindset. Leaders who can remain calm in uncertainty. Leaders who can inspire confidence when others feel overwhelmed. And leaders who can help their team move from reaction to creation. Because ultimately, disruption does not define the future. Leadership thinking does. And when leaders develop an unstoppable mindset, something powerful happens. Not only do they navigate change better, they help the entire organization become stronger, more adaptive, and more future ready. And in a world of constant change, that may be the greatest leadership advantage of all.